It's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On second down, Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
74 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Try to punch it in with Taylor. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Lance looking to throw it. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Shot, 17.
And Lance now to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal that you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
from 17 yards out as they have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Next to score, Rams 21, 49ers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jonathan Taylor with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's an 89-yard kick return as his guys have now moved out in front. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Point after here coming up. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Rams 28, 49ers 24.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On first down, Lance.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the 49ers have yet again retaken the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Okay, break.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down, another run with Taylor.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Here's Lance.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, and tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Oh, he's got a little... But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A.
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over first down at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
Touchdown, Rams.
Chris Godwin.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at about the 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready.
A final shot before break. Lance.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
To throw, it's Lance. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
120 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Again, it's Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 31.
The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Lance.
And now here is another interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13.
Lance. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating in peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And he comes back with 1 complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and 11 now.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, That's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Jackson now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Rams add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right. Ready?
The Lance going to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one, maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Set, ready.
Desperation time here. Lance. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Play action. It's Jackson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lance looking to throw it.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready, break.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
And he will find his man, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
Lance looks to throw again.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Here we go. Set.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Ready.
One final try now for Lance.
One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Ram, cycle. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami?